We have all 30 teams officially after this video. We were talking about the Phoenix Suns and what they can do to tinker with their roster after they lose in the NBA Finals to the Milwaukee Bucks. Some people believe that they probably won't be as good next year. However, let's talk about what they can do in the offseason to get better. First, I do want to say subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the videos. Doing a offseason preview for every team in the NBA. All 30 teams are now officially on and officially, have videos out for all of them. We're also going to be covering everything in the offseason, any move, trade, free agent signing. We're going to talk about it along with the NBA draft, which is tomorrow or today if you're watching this on Thursday. So let's just get into it here. Again, subscribe to the channel if you like the videos. And let's talk about the Suns. So the Suns, they lose to the Bucks, win the first 2 games in the in the finals, and then go lose 4 straight. The big decision here is that we know that Chris Paul is going to opt out of his player contract, his player option, and he's going to be an unrestricted free agent. Now, I think the Suns would be absolutely, I think they'd be totally, they're going to go and try to keep Chris Paul. However, the thing that is interesting to know is like how long, right? He is 16 years in the NBA. So how long do you want to keep Chris Paul? And if it ended in a championship, it's kind of just like blank check, whatever. Let's just, thank you, Chris Paul. You brought a championship to Phoenix. But that's not the case. So what do the Suns do with Paul? How far are they willing to extend? Because look at their contracts here. So Booker had been extended. He's making $30 million. He's going to be kind of an all-star moving forward for the Suns. DeAndre Ayton is up for an extension. So his contract will need to be kind of figured out. So they'll have kind of the big 3 for the next couple of years of Paul, Booker, and Ayton, depending on if they sign both of those guys. Jay Crowder is on a team-friendly deal. Dario Saric is on a relatively team-friendly deal. However, he has his injury. Mikal Bridges needs to be extended as well. Jalen Smith never really played. Cameron Johnson was really good for the Suns in the finals and throughout the whole playoffs. The big thing is Abdel Nader, Cameron Payne. Those 2 guys were Nader was pretty solid for the Suns this season. They got hurt, didn't really come back for the playoffs, and didn't make too big of an impact in the finals. Cameron Payne exploded in the playoffs. It was absolutely killer for some of the games in the playoffs, especially the Lakers series. At some points in the finals, he was a great piece for Phoenix. However, now they need to pay him. So what is his value, and how do the Suns value him moving forward? So ultimately some interesting extensions coming up for the Suns. So not really I don't see them making too big of moves. I think they'll bring back Chris Paul. If for any reason they don't, that's a little weird. However, maybe they could potentially go get somebody out in the market, but I'm not even going to go down that hole because I believe the Suns are going to bring back Chris Paul. Now, look at their pick. They were trading a pick to get Chris Paul. So the Phoenix's first is going to Oklahoma City, and that will be, and it's protected 1 through 12. So it likely conveys next year unless the Suns don't make the playoffs, which I don't think is going to happen. So other than that, Phoenix has all their picks, first and seconds. They've been pretty smart with that. They have their 29th pick this year. I can assume that they'll probably use it to go draft a good player that can potentially maybe replace Payne. But yeah, there's their draft situation. They probably lose their pick next year, but then they're kind of back on track with keeping all of their picks. Now let's talk about potential rumors. A lot of this is going to be basically around Chris Paul, but here's one right here. New York. Among teams eyeing the sharpshooter of Reggie Bullock is the Suns. Knicks have significant interest in re-signing Bullock, but the Suns are interested. Suns. Okay, skip the offseason preview. Chris Paul. Brian Gates is now an assistant coach for the Suns. DeAndre Ayton, the extension. Monty Williams. Chris Paul. So again, it really is just kind of like Do they bring back Chris Paul? I think they do. I mentioned in my Utah Jazz video, I think Conley's like a big move that is kind of the first move and first domino that we see come free agency opening. And I also likewise see the same thing with Chris Paul. I see that Suns just get it taken care of. Let's just move forward. The real question is, how long? Does Chris Paul want to go leave somewhere and maybe go to a different team? That'll be interesting. I think there's some deals that I think get done day one, but others that might linger. I would be shocked, but really interested to see if Chris Paul lets this linger and go from there. That is it. Again, we have all of our videos, all videos for all 30 NBA teams. They're up now. Go check them out. Feel free to leave comments. I'll respond to most of them. And, like the videos, subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of coverage of the NBA draft as well. We'll probably be putting a couple streams out tomorrow in preparation for the draft. And then the day after the draft, we will also do a long live stream talking about kind of what went right, what went wrong, talking about trades and more rumors. And always filling in with everybody with different rumors that are coming up in the rumor mill. Other than that, thank you for joining me. Again, feel free to check out more videos. And we're looking forward to the NBA draft, and we will hear from you soon.